guys, welcome back to Just Write the Book. I am Jess. It is week 2 of the Writer Games. It is Monday. I don't even know what the date is, like the 10th, I think. I can't believe it's already week 2. Week 1 flew by. Last week I was able to reverse outline my story that I'm working on. I kind of reread through the whole thing in order to make that reverse outline, and now I'm creating an outline for draft 2. I am about halfway through that. I'm in act 2. And I'm hoping to get that finished here in the next couple of days so that I can start drafting draft 2. I still have not entered my points for last week. I need to do that. I'm not sure what the rankings are right now. Last I looked, crime was first. That may not be the case anymore, but that's what it was the last time I saw it. Which, as far as I know, is a district of 1. Ian, you are killing it, as always. So yeah, I thought I'd just go ahead and get a clip in and get this week's vlog started while I already had my phone out and ready. I am doing my Bible study. I'm just going to kind of go through my morning routine and we'll get this new week started. Okay guys, welcome back. It is 2 in the afternoon now, and I've officially done it. I just finished my outline for draft 2 of Twisted Loyalties. I feel like I have a pretty good roadmap for how things are going to go. It is just time now to dive into drafting, which I am super excited about. So that is what you're going to be seeing this week for week 2 of the Writer Games, is me drafting draft 2 of Twisted Loyalties. So it's fitting. Week 2, draft 2. We're going to jump right in. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. It is Wednesday now. It's about 7:30. I'm already at work, as you can see, but I'm very excited because yesterday or the day before, did I update yesterday? I don't think so. On Monday, I think I may have already said this, but I finished my outline for draft 2. I am officially ready to jump into drafting draft 2, which honestly I'm kind of nervous about because I think it's going to be a lot of rewrites, which I wasn't really anticipating. So I'm kind of nervous about how it's going to go. I've never really got into a draft 2 before. I've finished a few first drafts, but I haven't really dived into a second draft. So funnily enough, Anna New, she is on here on AuthorTube. I'm sure you guys know who she is. She posted a video today about finishing her draft 2 and the wild cycle of feeling confident about the story and then hating the story and having imposter syndrome and feeling like she had no idea what she was doing and completely changing the theme of the story and just all the things. And it's so funny because those are all of the things that I've been feeling. So it was a really good reminder to see that I'm not the only one dealing with that. Other people feel that way. Other people feel unsure. Other people feel like they have no idea what they're doing. So that was exactly the reminder that I needed this morning. So I have my notebook where I have my notes from when I went through and did my reverse outline. I have my physical printout binder of Twisted Loyalties that I'm going to reference and refer back to. And I have my laptop. I'm here at work early. It's 7:30. I probably have about 30 minutes before people start arriving. So I think I'm going to dive in and just get started. I think that's the hardest part, is getting started. I'm feeling so much resistance to jumping into this draft 2 for some reason. So I need to just push past that. I know I need to just push past it and just do it and just get going. And hopefully once I get into it, I will get more into the flow of it. And hopefully the words will just kind of come and I'll just kind of know what to do, and hopefully my reverse outline or my second draft outline will have enough information to really help me keep going and know where I'm going and Yeah, so I thought that I would give you guys a little update this morning as we officially jump into drafting draft 2, which I am excited about because that means that I can start accumulating words and points for District 1 for the writer games. So yesterday, Evelyn did a stream with Maylee and Asa, I believe. Was there anybody else? I don't think so. I think it was just them three. Oh no, Sorsha. Sorsha was in it. I knew there was 4 people. So Evelyn, Maylee, Asa, and Sorsha all did a live stream together yesterday. I missed most of it because I was it was right when I was getting off of work. And I had to drive to work and everything. So I might put on the replay of that and use that as like my timer for sprints. And yeah, let's see how this goes. I know I'm keeping the prologue because I really like my prologue. And Maylee actually read my prologue in one of her story times, and people really liked it. And so I think I'm going to keep that. So I think I'm just going to dive right into chapter 1 and see what kind of changes we need to make and what rewrites need to be done. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay guys, I have officially finished rewriting or revising chapter 1 of draft 2 of Twisted Loyalties. I ended up removing some sentences, but then I added in another 160 words still on top of that. So I'm very happy with that. It's a good start. I feel good with how the words were flowing and everything was coming. I did get kind of locked in and forgot to look at my binder. So I do have some notes here that I want to look at and just make sure there's nothing that I missed that I had written down previously. And yeah, that was a good start to draft 2. Good morning guys, welcome back. It is Friday now. It is about 7:30. I don't even know when the last time I updated this vlog was. Tuesday or Wednesday maybe? It never fails. Every time I try to start a challenge like this or anything like that, something happens or work gets crazy busy or whatever. And that is what has happened. Work has been kind of busy lately. My boss has been out of the office since yesterday. She's going to be out on PTO for a little bit. And so I thought that would give me a chance to kind of work on writing and focus on the writer games and all the things while she was out. That was my intention yesterday. And then I ended up with to-do lists that look like this. So I have not been able to focus on writing as much as I would have wanted. But I'm pushing through. I'm going to keep vlogging again, always showing you guys like the truth of what my life looks like and what these challenges look like for me. So it is Friday, like I said, it is Friday the 13th. We are having a Valentine's Day brunch potluck here at work today. I think it starts at like 10 or something. So I made a bunch of Cuban, Puerto Rican pastries. I made a savory one and a dessert one. That is another reason why I didn't get to, not a dessert, but a sweet one. There's another reason why I didn't get to work on writing yesterday, because I spent, I think, about 4 hours making those pastries. So we're going to do that today, which is exciting, but that's also going to cut into the workday by like an hour and a half. So I came in early. That's another thing, is I have been coming into work later than I should really. But I think my natural like inclination is to say seasonal depression, but that's not really true. I'm not like depressed. I think that has like a real connotation and is like a real thing. I'm not depressed, but the like winter blues maybe are starting to kind of hit me a little bit, and I'm over the darkness. I'm over it being dark when I wake up. It is starting to stay a little bit lighter out on the back end of the day, like when I get off of work. But for me, really, it's the mornings that matter the most. I don't mind it being dark when I get off work so much, but in the mornings it's starting to be hard to get out of like bed when it's still dark. And also I think that's partly where I am in like my cycle as well. I'm just feeling more tired overall, but definitely I've noticed that like the room is still dark, it's still dark outside, it's still a little bit cold out, and I just want to like cuddle up in bed with the dogs, and I don't want to get out of bed. So I've been struggling with that a little bit this week as well. So I've been getting to work later, and so I have been having to focus more on work because I've been taking time away from myself for work by coming in later. All of that to say that I have not made as much progress this week as I would have liked. I haven't even posted last week's video yet, which originally was supposed to have gone up on Monday. I have not filmed as many clips for this week's vlog as I would have liked. I have missed, I think, all but one of the streams this week. The times are also kind of difficult for me, just in my time zone, and then also with my work schedule and stuff. But I have missed those as well. And yeah, there's just been a lot going on. So it's Friday, like I said. I'm trying to really find a good like rhythm and do basically sprints like at work. I'm trying to set like a 30-minute timer, do as much work in that 30 minutes as I can, and then take like a 20-minute break, and during those 20 minutes try to get like my personal stuff done. So I have been going through my planner and my to-do list, trying to get different things done. That just reminded me I need to post a post for my VA client, so I need to do that. And then I really need to focus on writing during that time as well. I'm starting to realize that I don't love knowing, like it makes it harder for me knowing that I'm sitting down for only 20 minutes. I want to be able to sit down for like an extended period of time and really lock in, and I just don't, the way my days work out, I don't really have that time, that block of time of like 2-3 hours straight to be able to write. But that is like what my like brain is like a craving. So I think that's why I'm feeling kind of resistant, because I don't want to just go for 20 minutes, and by the time I'm starting to get into my flow, my 20 minutes is over, you know. So I think I might take a library day maybe on Monday. My boss is off on Monday, so maybe on Monday I will take a library day and work from the library, and then I should be able to really lock in for like most of the day. I might do that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that might be coming next week. So yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along for as much of today as I can and this weekend, and try to get as much done as I can. Another thing is that usually one of those times that I can really lock in is when I, in the past, like last year, did like early morning writing sprints on the weekends. Dobby, for a while, our dog, was waking me up at like 4 or 5 in the morning on the weekends. He did not differentiate between like weekend and weekday at all, and so was still waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning like he does during the week. And so I was able to stay up and just leave Nick sleeping and go downstairs and get cozy and make my coffee and do all the things and write for a solid 2 to 3 hours. I haven't been doing that. Again, I think it's partly, again, it's dark. We've had a lot of stress lately. I haven't been sleeping well, so I think I just haven't really had the motivation to do that. Dobby's not really waking me up either, so I've lost those chunks of times that I had. I'm gonna try to maybe set an alarm for this weekend to get up early. Maybe I can get myself up and out of bed and do that. But yeah, so I am gonna start a 30-minute timer, get to work. I already did my kind of to-do list for the day. I need to check my emails and get going for the day, and then I will, after this 30-minute sprint, try to get in and try to just push past that resistance and get into some writing. Good morning, guys. Happy day 14 of the Writer Games. It is Saturday, February 14th. It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. It is just after 7 now. If you saw the little clip I had before, I was up at about 5. The dogs woke me up at about like 5:15 maybe. By the time I got downstairs, let them out and everything, is about 5:20. Made my coffee, and I have been sitting here on the couch ever since, getting some work done. I have joined a couple of sprints on the Discord. I have a timer going on the TV on YouTube, and I've made some good progress actually. The more I sit down and really look at my notes and my reverse outline and my outline for draft 2, the kind of easier it feels and the more of like a flow I get into. I'm very happy with the progress that I made this morning. I only edited chapter 2, so one chapter this morning, but I did let me pull up my little log here. The first kind of little sprint I ended up adding 195 words to chapter 1, and then chapter 2 I completely revised and kind of rewrote, and also ended up taking some things out. I think this chapter had a lot of reminiscing, and the main character Ronan thinking about all the things that led to her, or all the things that happened to her after this traumatic thing, which is like the beginning of the story, which is like the catalyst of everything that happens later. It's kind of the hook, but also like the catalyst that pushes everything else in the book. And this chapter had a lot of her remembering how she felt and how what happened pushed her to eventually become a cop, and just all these things. And I ended up taking some of that out of chapter 2 and kind of putting it to the side. I created a file where I'm keeping things that I want to use later, and I think I'm going to use those words, or I'm going to reuse them and rewrite them later on in a later chapter. This is only chapter 2, like I said. That may end up coming chapter, I don't even know, but sometime in act 2. And I think I will use those words and rewrite them to be her talking to one of the men in the story. There are 3 male main characters. This is a poly story, so have her talking to one of the men and have it be like a moment of her reminiscing and finally being vulnerable with one of the guys. And I think it'll be a chance to show some vulnerability from her, but also a chance for her, or a chance to show that she's still holding back and she's not being fully truthful. So in this book, Ronan goes undercover, and so I want to show kind of the push and pull of her slowly trusting the men more, slowly offering up more of her true self and not her fake persona, but also still holding something back, and having to kind of outright lie, because she obviously can't say that what happened and the aftermath of what happened propelled her to become a cop. She obviously can't divulge that, so she has to alter her story a bit. So she's being somewhat vulnerable while also kind of lying. So I like the push and pull of that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I ended up cutting about 868 words from chapter 2, and those will be words that I will revise later on into one of the later chapters with one of the guys. I'm not sure which of the 3 it'll be yet. So yeah, I'm very happy with that progress. I'm really happy with the way I'm kind of thinking through everything. I've been feeling a lot of resistance towards writing and editing, just because I feel I don't really know what I'm doing. But I think the combination of things, this trio of things of having my physical binder, which you can see I have here with all the tabs and notes that I did last year, combined with the reverse outline, and then the draft 2 outline that I did, those 3 things. I think between those 3 things I have enough notes and thoughts and reflections that it's been easy to kind of figure out what I want to do and how I want to change things. So hopefully that'll continue. once I actually push past the resistance and the like voice telling me that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I actually sit down and look at the chapter, so far both chapters have been pretty, not easy, but like I've been able to sit down and really focus and kind of get into the flow and make those changes. So hopefully that'll continue. So yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll have down here. Nick is up and like getting himself ready for the day and doing kind of his thing upstairs. It is Valentine's Day, like I said, so we are, well, first we have an appointment to go see our tax guy, to do our taxes for the year, which I'm not looking forward to because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to owe. And then we have reservations with my parents. We're going to do like a little like kind of double date thing with my parents at a Japanese restaurant, which I'm very excited for because I will get to have some sushi. And yeah, I think we're going to skip church this week, which kind of sucks because we have not been to church even once this year, honestly, with everything that's been going on. But maybe we'll try to watch it online. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for the day. I'll bring you guys along. I'm gonna keep at it until Nick is kind of done with his stuff. And then we might just like hang out in bed for a little bit, watch TV, or just both kind of just scroll our phones for a little bit. I might do my Bible study actually. But we'll just kind of hang out a little bit, have a slow morning, and then get ready for our day. So yeah, I'll see how much more I can get into today. I think there's another sprint going, so I'm gonna hop into that one. And yeah, we'll continue having a good, productive morning.